All right, man. So, special edition here today. I just got one thing, maybe several things I need to say real quick here. So, here it goes.
I'm stupid. You're smart. I was wrong. You were right. You're the best. I'm the worst. You're very good looking. I'm not attractive.
All right. As long as you're willing to admit that.
Never let it run! Never let it run! You're good gets better! You're good gets better! And you better get better! You better get better! Hands on three, 1, 2, 3. 9-3. Yes. Yes.
Oh, it feels good. Oh, it feels good. So, yeah, the Wedge had to apologize for that one because I had the Bears to win, and his he overthunk it because he knew we were gonna win.
Man, I put together the numbers for the tail of the tape. I see it in green and red right in front of me. And I don't know. A moment of weakness crept in. But it is now past, and I couldn't wait to get back on the mic to formally send my apologies to our fans. Whew. I've never been so happy to be so wrong. Let's put it like that.
How about it, right? So I guess we'll just get right into it and give our overall. I just we stomped them. We brined up that bird and just tenderized the shit out of them.
Unbelievable, man. Just the old line was rolling, the backs, the play calling. It was a windy day at the link. Passing game could have looked better, but I tell you what, man, it still made some big plays in there. I was so excited about this game. We weren't planning on coming on today. We were looking forward to taking a little bit of time off, but how can you not want to talk about this game? I couldn't wait until Wednesday. There was no way. No way I could wait.
No. It was just it's like the naysayers can stop now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're done. You're done, right? You're done, or will you still continue with the well, but I mean, it's not really the same Philly team, so yeah, knock it off.
Saw this morning on socials. The Bears have beaten 3 teams over 500. How many teams do you think the Packers have beaten over 500?
Oh, I don't know this one.
Okay, Packers have been beaten 3 as well. How many teams have the Bears lost to with a losing record? That'd be 0. How many teams have the Packers lost to with a losing record? I think it was 1 or 2. So you know what? Check your facts and then jump on the bandwagon, guys. As I posted on Facebook, all bandwagon jumpers are welcome right now. So just hop on the train.
Get back on.
We're driving this thing. Let's go.
Get back on.
Mhm.
Get back on the bandwagon before it's too late. Because when we punch our ticket, we don't want you.
Yeah.
You
can
doubters.
Stay where you're at.
I mean, so good point in terms of like, did you want to see more from the passing game? Definitely. But but when it mattered, we got it, right? So he made some crucial completions, moved the chains. He even scrambled for some first downs, but the big one, right? That nice little touch, loft, goofy release to
Yep.
Cole Kmet. I
Rolling
mean,
left. Yeah.
and that was that was a dagger. Like that was it.
Yeah.
When that touchdown happened, I was like, this shit's on ice. Like that is it.
The dime dagger right there, man.
Yeah.
Probably the most impressive throw that I've seen Caleb make this year. And that's what's been missing, right? Where was the deep ball? That was a deep ball with touch on a windy day going into the windy end of the stadium. And he laid it right out, right up there.
Yeah.
Man,
It was awesome.
yes.
It was absolutely awesome. And
You're right.
again, and just it's kind of one of those things where we've said it on the show numerous times where just if we're gonna run the ball with such success, I don't care if Caleb throws for 200 yards, 100 yards. I don't care, because as a play caller, if you're running something and they're not stopping it, don't stop running it.
Mhm.
Okay.
It was a tad bit frustrating in the third quarter. They got away from
They
the
got
run.
away from it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think anybody would be surprised when I tell you this. The third quarter was the only quarter that they didn't score in. Why? Because they got away from the run.
Yeah.
They got, and you know what? I can't really fault Ben Johnson. Well, I can fault him for that, but he realized his mistake. He got back to it, and then they scored 14 in the fourth.
Yeah.
Just iced this sucker.
Yeah. Yeah. They just dominated. They just, it was one of those things that I wasn't expecting our offensive line and running backs to just dominate them like that, because from what I knew, Philadelphia has very talented defensive linemen.
Mhm.
I thought this was going to be like almost like a Steelers kind of thing where this could
100
be rough
yards.
sledding.
Yeah.
But this offensive line is something else. You really, I don't have any stats. I'm going off a gut here, but what do we have? A top 3 offensive line? Maybe the best offensive line, possibly.
I think they made a case for it. Depending on what happens today, as of right now, the Bears are leading the NFL in rushing yards per game with 158.3. They've rushed the ball for over 250 twice this season. Once we just saw during that dominating victory, and the other one, the Bengals. They ran for like 260 something or something like that. So, on the flip side of the ball, we got to talk about this defense too, don't we?
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, who?
Yeah.
I know he's having a down year, but still, the dude rushed for 2,000 last year, right? Majority of the same offensive line. Granted, few key pieces were missing, and it's showing. That nymph guy from Wednesday, who was an Eagles fan who popped in, he was onto something. Obviously, we don't hear the full narrative. And after the game, I did go and watch some of the Eagles socials. Boy, do they want this guy's head.
Yeah.
Holy cow. But they held Barkley 13 carries, 56 yards with a long of 15. Jalen for 31 yards. The Eagles, who are synonymous with running the ball, 17 carries, 87 yards.
How much of that came from Jalen Hurts?
31. That's with 0 starting linebackers. It was impressive, man. It was impressive for sure. Defense got a pick off of Jalen Hurts, his second one of the season.
Bingo.
Yep. Kevin Byard. Nashawn Wright, who we saw in the post game getting a game ball. And I 100% agree with Coach Johnson on that, where he probably should have had one the last few weeks. Stripping the ball on the tush push. Nothing makes me happier than seeing that play fail. especially against the Bears, and it led to a turnover. So beautiful stuff.
Yeah, it was really good because that was kind of one of my stresses going into the game was like, I know we get turnovers, but they don't give up turnovers. So it's kind of like the title of the last video, an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. Who wins, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
probably chaotic at some point if any physicists in the room want to talk about odds and percentages of what those two things mean. And for the Bears to get, like you said, an interception and a forced fumble, I was like, there it is. There's our 2 turnovers. Like, that's great. This defense is, and I can't say enough. Like, Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is this marriage between Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen needs to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Is if we're looking at Ben Johnson being our head coach for the next 10 years or beyond, Dennis Allen better be right in tow, right there, right next to him, his right-hand man, because this marriage has been working out. They're getting everything out of these defensive players, next man up, the whole thing. They're getting the most out of this defense, and it's showing because we're 9-3.
Right. 9-3, baby. I mean, there's so many stories to talk about right now. Man, linebacker stepping up again. Obviously, the run game. That's all in game stuff, but look at the stuff that meant beyond, right? Like 9-3, second in the NFC. If the Rams lose today, the Bears could possibly be in first. What?
Don't
Right?
say that out loud. We'll spit out my drink.
Right. Like, holy cow. If you told us 2 years ago this is going to be a process and this could be a possibility, we're all signing up. Well, guess what? We're here. Right?
It's amazing. It's like we're in some bizarro world because I was not 9 wins. I'm not even sure I had us at 9 wins. Actually, I think I had us at 9 wins.
Yeah, right around that 500 mark.
But to have it this early in the season, man, this is 9-3, y'all.
Yeah, 5 games left, 3 divisional games, and then we have San Francisco and Cleveland.
Yeah,
it's you go 3-5, you're probably winning that, or 3-2, you're probably winning the division.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Lions, boy,
oh,
they're not looking good, man. They're on the outside looking in. They might go from being one of the best NFC teams last year to maybe not even making the dance.
You saw that they were bringing back their retired guy, and then he didn't pass the physical, so he's not joining the team.
Did you hear why he didn't pass the physical?
No.
Grade 3 hamstring strain. Like, how do you not know? Like, man, my leg hurts.
Yeah.
Is that just because I'm old, or So he didn't clear the medical, and he was going to be out for the rest of the season, and who knows if he'd even played. So they're like,
well, and he hasn't played all year. So what the hell was he doing?
Yeah,
I was working the push mower. I have this really steep grade in my backyard, and I was like, I could do this. Oh God.
I should have stretched before.
How the hell did you do this? You haven't been playing football all season.
Yeah. I don't know, man, but
yeah, it's falling apart in Detroit. It's falling apart. I don't want to be the one to say maybe the secret ingredient that they're missing was Ben Johnson, but maybe it was a one Ben Johnson.
It seems to be the common denominator, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If there's any Lion fans out there right now, feel free, man. Drop a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling.
Yeah, Don Burr, if you're one of those 9 watching, go ahead. Drop a line. Don Burr, actually, and for the last month, actually, in all of the Bear chats that circulate around YouTube, Don Burr has been a ghost. Usually he's chirping and talking shit, and he's been ghost.
Yeah. It's I was watching a little bit of some of the Four Letter Network this morning, and the pundits on there, what Teddy Bruschi, Randy Moss, those guys there on that show, they were finally starting to give some love to the Bears. Like after they just ran through the Eagles, we knew it. We called it last week. We said if the Bears win this game, the national pundits now have to respect the Bears. Yeah, pulling that 180, right?
Yep.
And it's happening. I want to see Cam Newton's ass get on. Let's hear you chirping, buddy, because I watched what he thought the Bears were going to do against the Eagles, and he said the Eagles were going to blow them out. Where are you now, Cam?
Right.
Where are you now? Maybe the Bears aren't frauds. Maybe the Bears aren't the worst 8-3 team. Maybe the Eagles were the worst 8-3 teams.
How about that one?
Yeah.
How about that one?
Yeah, John Gruden had it right. Something's not right in Philly. It's got bad karma there. You look at our locker room at the end of the game, nothing but a galvanized front right there. All those guys jacked up, celebrating as a team, no individualism, nothing. No.
Punching holes in ceiling tiles.
Yes. Yeah. Ben Johnson ripping the tarp off for free hot dogs. Thank you, Wiener Circle. The city of Chicago thanks you too. Yes.
Who was that? Punching a hole in the ceiling tile. There we are, defacing Philadelphia property. Good job, Bears.
Yeah. I love it. Take that $4.50 out of your paycheck for that tile. Good stuff, man. That was good stuff. Wiener Circle Tuesday for you guys out there.
Yeah.
Go get your free hot dog. Enjoy it. Post some pictures on the social. Love to see people down there. If you get a chance to make it down, let us know what the atmosphere was like. I can't make it down there, unfortunately. I'm a little bit too far away, but I'm sure Staley's going to be down there. Last time they did it, Supa was down there. So
there's the proof.
Yeah,
proof's in the pudding. Go enjoy your free hot dogs. Look at Ben Johnson, not just a great offensive coordinator and head coach. He's a man of the people.
He said Chicago was hungry.
He said Chicago's hungry too.
And he shall feed them.
The economy's rough.
Yeah. To feed the masses.
Oh man. He's the best, man.
Yeah.
The best hire for the Bears in such a long time.
I gotta admit, Coach is kind of yoked under there.
Coach
ain't afraid to
That's what I'm saying.
Good. You
Still
know what?
On the Bears, but
Dan,
also that they would take.
Let them hate, baby. I know.
Oh, man.
I know what side you're on, my friend. So thank you for jumping into the comments. Yeah. So that's our guy up there.
Nice. Thank you. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in Detroit there? What's going on?
You know, I think Dan Campbell's still the dude, right? Great coach.
Yeah.
I'd love to have him. They just need to figure it out. So, like anything, maybe Coach Johnson didn't quite, reveal all the secrets, which is okay for the Bears there.
Sure.
I know Mr. Rossler there is he's on our side. Bear down, buddy. Glad to see some success. I'm sure you are too. I asked him last time I was talking to him. I said, "Hey, man, just out of curiosity, what made you a Bears fan?" And shortly thereafter, I sent him the Super Bowl shuffle because it came across. And he's like, "That was it. That's what made me the 85 Super Bowl shuffle." So, been riding with the blue and orange ever since. So,
A lot of
Hell yeah.
fans, a lot of fans from out of town. That's what that was the team that brought them
Mhm.
over. I mean, because of course, one of the most dominant defenses in NFL history.
Yeah.
One of, if not the best running back in all of NFL history. And so, yeah, little sprinkle in a little punky QB, and you got
Yeah.
like, you know what? I like this team. I'm going to root for these guys.
Some Ditka and some Buddy Ryan. Rex Ryan, his son was on NFL Countdown this morning too, raving about the Bears, talking about how a coach can galvanize teams. Well, we're seeing it, man.
Yeah,
Night and day difference.
night and
Just
day.
the buy-in. It goes all the way from the front office down to the 53rd guy on the roster right now.
Yeah,
It's awesome to see. We've been talking about the culture change all all year. So, and it's you you look at wins like this and you say, yeah, you know, do you think we could have won this game last year even if we were 8-3? I don't know. I don't
no,
know.
absolutely not.
Mhm.
It would have not been with the flus.
Yeah.
No, no,
It would have
no.
been mismanaged at some point.
Yeah,
Uh, It never ceases to amaze me at the end of every quarter or every half, we have all of our timeouts. Have you noticed that?
yeah,
Like, we always have all 3 timeouts. We talked about it on the last show where Ben Johnson literally said, "I'm not taking a timeout." It took the delay of game because
right.
they couldn't operate. Now go figure it out. That's how important these things are to them.
Yeah, because I mean, of course, in late game situations, you're gonna need you want those timeouts
Mhm.
because you could do things like attack the middle of the field. Hell, maybe even run a screen or something like that to get some chunk yardage because they're always going to defend the sidelines, right? So the middle of the field's wide open. Well, if you don't have any timeouts, you're most likely not attacking the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So I mean, all that stuff matters.
It's so good to see. So good.
Okay, well,
And
also some physical violence being threatened. All right, hey, you know
Hey,
what? However you got to do it. However you got to
right.
recruit the fan base. Thank you
Well,
for sharing.
by the way that you describe your older cousin, he sounds like he's a pretty good guy.
Hey, sounds good to me.
Whatever it takes. That's right. So come on down. Come on along on the ride with us, man. So
And this is a good year. This is a great year to be a Bears fan. This is again has exceeded all of our expectations and then some. And now it's even turned into like where the fan base, us included, have dug our heels in. And now I can't wait to listen to all the pundits this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If any of you national talking heads have anything, and there's going to be a couple.
sure.
I wouldn't doubt Cam Newton doubling down, tripling down on
Tripling
his
down. Yeah.
idiocracy of, they still ain't shit and whatever they're going to make up. But I can't wait to see the metamorphosis of them going, oh no, these Bears are for real.
Yeah.
They, because again, they just didn't beat the Philadelphia Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions. They took their fucking lunch money.
Mm,
They took it, punched them in the mouth repeatedly. All those hard runs from both of our running backs. I mean, they were like battling rams. By
yeah.
the time they finally got touched, because so many runs, they didn't even get touched till they were beyond the second level. And when those defenders came up, you heard those helmets clack, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, whoa!"
Don't quote me on this stat, but I was watching somebody recapping the game,
Yeah,
and
180 yards
yeah,
before contact.
yes, like 4.5 yards per carry before they even got touched,
Yeah,
and yards after contact was ridiculous as well.
yeah,
Swift has found something where he is finally running with power.
God,
And at the
yes.
beginning of the year, if you listen to the early shows, I wasn't a huge Swift fan because it seemed like a finger or two would take him down.
Yeah.
I got to pull a 180 here. I've been thoroughly impressed on how Swift is running. Maybe the kid Monungai is giving him, a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah, so
But
that's a factor, and
yeah,
I know Bieniemy is probably getting on his ass too because, yeah, the first 2 weeks, we were
mhm,
seeing how Swift was running last year, where if they're going off tackle or power O, he's always bouncing it to the sidelines, and
yeah,
it's like, "Dude,
stringing it out.
stick a foot in the dirt and go upfield," and he just wouldn't. But
Get 3 or
after
4 yards. Yeah,
yeah, but with Monungai doing that, and then I'm sure Bieniemy going, "Cut up the fucking field." I know he was getting those
yeah,
talks because, like you said, he has completely changed how he runs the ball, and now Swift is stud,
yeah.
stud.
He literally might have ran himself into a contract extension.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens at the end of the year. We'll see what type of money he's going to dictate.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about the running backs, I was doing a little bit of homework this morning. Swift only needs to average 46 yards a game to reach 1,000
Mm.
for the
Which he'll
year.
do, which
Yeah.
he's gonna do.
If the Bears continue this, he will do, right?
Yeah, he's gonna
Uh,
eclipse 1,000 for
the
sure.
only thing that I can foresee him stopping him is if like he tweaks the groin again or something. Monungai, 7th round, almost Mr. Irrelevant. He only needs to average 82 yards over the next 5 games to reach 1,000.
So
Can you
he's gonna
imagine
get
that?
close. He's gonna get close. Oh, if we had 2,000-yard rushers, man, that'd be insane.
Whoa, right?
That would be
I've been
insane.
seeing your tweets all week, Shadow and Silver, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, feel free to throw that up at any point in time. Um, we got our own version. We don't need Sonic and Knuckles. Hey, that's been there, done that. But, we got 2 guys that aren't afraid to mix it up. It also makes you think, okay, what are the Bears going to do? In the draft. And we're talking about draft. Let's talk about Trapillo a little bit. 2 games, 2 elite teams.
Man.
Definitely not as good of a game as he had versus Pittsburgh. Gave up a sack, couple quick pressures, but hey, we might have found something there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He got to start this week. That's how good he played against Pittsburgh.
Yes.
So he might be the guy going forward. I would not be surprised. And he has a big test next week. No doubt. If they go with him again, he's going to get a heavy, heavy dose of Micah Parsons, if not the whole game. And then we'll know for sure.
Yeah. I mean, him being such a savvy vet and just a freak of nature, he's going to get his.
Mhm.
But again, I don't assume that Ben Johnson and the offensive coaching staff don't already know this. They're going to
Right.
have a plan in place. Micah is going to get double teamed, chipped constantly. It's just they're just gonna have to maybe a roll away from them, things like that. But it is still going to be a big test.
Yeah, look at all the things that they could do. They have the traditional chips. We've seen 13 personnel. We've seen jumbo packages with extra linemen, and they're not afraid to throw out of those formations.
Yeah,
Then we bring tight ends in motion to crack your ass.
always.
And then, so I'm sure they will have a game plan in place to just beat the hell out of them all game.
I want to
Make
say
'em
that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, make them earn every freaking inch on that field,
Oh
and I
yeah,
can't wait to see it.
I believe that touchdown throw to Cole. There were 3 tight ends on the field,
Yeah, pretty sure you're
so
right.
this is a formation that Green Bay might see quite a bit of.
Mhm.
Especially if we're running the ball the way we are, man. Green Bay, I hope you fucking got your little cheese head fucking hard hat helmets ready to go because
Yep.
that's a little taste of probably what the game plan's going to be. We're just going to cram it down your throat.
Yeah, I saw
Over
this
and
this
over.
morning too that one of their big D tackles, Wyatt, he looks like he's gonna be out for the rest of the season, if not for the
Ooh.
year. So it's a bad week to be losing your interior lineman, no Kenny Clark in there, who's been a thorn in the Bears' side forever. He's
Yeah.
in Dallas.
Yeah.
They still got some dudes in there, and I'm not going to go too deep into it because this will be a whole separate show as we get ready to break this down. But they obviously, after hanging 280 plus on the Eagles, you got to think that's where we're going to be. So,
And you're going to get a heavy dose of shadow and silver.
yes, a heavy dose. So, yeah, we got our duo here. So, and away we go.
Yeah, it's going to be I think it's going to be a good matchup. And again, to have Kyler and Jalen Johnson back was huge. Because we got Green Bay, so we need you guys.
Mm-hmm. When do you think we're going to get TJ back? TJ Edwards, come back, come back.
That's a good question. I was actually expecting probably to have him back by now,
because they didn't IR him, and he's been out for more than 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So something must have happened, or the hamstring's not healing, or the hand's not healing. But
and our 4th and 5th string linebackers have actually been holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
So take your time, TJ. Take your time. We don't want to re-aggravate anything. Make sure you're back at full 100%. Because when he's back, oh boy.
And I think Jackson had another very good game for the Bears. Mm-hmm. It seemed like he was all over the field, wearing the green dot. He's might have played his way into the rotation here.
We mentioned that actually it's unironic that he seems to have been an upgrade from Noah.
Yeah.
So, and has he played himself into a contract? I tell you what, Ryan Poles is going to be a busy son of a bitch this offseason because he's got guys that are due contracts. We got Brisker. You got
Stevenson's coming up.
Oh, thank you.
Swift is coming up.
Yeah. And then these guys that we signed on little rental deals.
Nation Wright.
You're going to keep him. This guy, Jackson, too. You're going to keep him. What do you do?
Well, if there's one thing that we can't question over the last few weeks, it's proven itself out. The depth on this team, I think, exceeds anybody's expectations at this point. I had no idea that we were this deep.
I had no clue.
Some of these guys, you're like, who is this guy? We just signed him off the street.
Right.
But, man, has it worked out?
Well, and I think, again, this is where the coaching staff cannot get enough credit.
Yeah.
You can't say Dennis Allen and his defensive coaching staff deserves their flowers like in the biggest way possible, because what they've been able to achieve on depth alone it's amazing, because our front four struggles to get pressure, and we know the woes with the pass rush, but linebackers and secondary play has really stepped up, and all these damn turnovers we're getting, it's coming from them. Linebackers and secondary.
So Richard Smith is a name that we need to start knowing at this point. Most of us probably don't know who Richard Smith is, but he's the linebackers coach for the Bears.
Damn.
Right? Hell of a job, my man. 45 years of coaching. So he was able to get these guys ready and got them going for sure. So kudos to you too, my man. Dennis Allen and his staff that he put together. You can't say enough about those guys, what they were able to do. A.J. Brown got his, but we talked about the run game. That was pretty much non-existent.
Right.
And if you were to ask me, who would you rather have go off on you, AJ Brown or Saquon Barkley? I would have taken AJ Brown 10 out of 10 times.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because that means that's all that they're able to do is throw the ball. And I'd rather take my chances with Jalen Hurts. Yes, I know he's won Super Bowls. Yes, I know he was in MVP conversations, but I also saw the collapse of the Eagles revolving around Jalen Hurts 2 years ago. I've also seen what he looks like for most of this season. I'd rather take my chances there.
Yeah. Quite possibly the worst 8-3 team going into that game.
Yeah, could have been, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. That'll be that again. That's one of the arguments from people who they hate the Bears and don't believe in the Bears as well. Then I guess we were all wrong about Philly. They were the worst 8-3 team,
Right.
not Chicago.
They were talking about an 8-3 team in this game being the worst. They just picked the wrong
At
one,
the
I
wrong
guess.
team. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking jerks.
So, because not only did they beat them, they kicked their ass from minute 1 to minute 60.
Yeah,
Time
wire
of
to wire.
possession proved it, right? 39 minutes and 18 seconds time of possession.
Yeah.
And we've been harping on it all year, right? These are things when we were making the case that the Bears were legit 7-3, I think at the time, or 8-3. These were all the topics that we talked about. They have a run game. They control the clock. They take the ball away. All those are keys for legit playoff teams. And guess what? We're watching one.
Yeah, no doubt. And exactly that. And that's what those analytics tell you. What you saw on Black Friday is exactly what wins in the playoffs. That's it. A dominant run game and a good defense. Like, there it is. There it is.
Yep.
There it was. It's like, what more do you need to see from this team?
The defense obviously has had its woes, but at the same point in time, we haven't seen this defense at 100% yet.
No.
Not for one game have
Not
we
one.
had our slated starting 11 out on that field.
Right. And another thing was for us being 8-3 going into the game, we were at a point differential in the negatives, right? But now we're in the positives because we won by 9, and that put us, I think we're like +6 now or something. But we're on the positive side of that point differential now. So, yeah, kudos to the Bears finally catching up with that loss to Detroit. That's what set us back so far.
Right, 30 points or whatever. You look at these games in the beginning of the season, and they're like, well, they beat bad teams by 1 point, 2 points. Let's be honest. The Bears had to learn how to win this year. And those games taught them how to win. I love the fact that they were in these close games. I don't care who was it against.
Right.
Because that's already paid dividends, has it not?
Yeah.
We've seen Caleb at the end of the Giants game ice that thing out so many times. But you remember the Hard Knocks when the Lions were starting to turn the corner, and Dan Campbell talked about how teams have to learn how to win and forget how to lose. We're seeing the same thing here. There's so many parallels between the Lions and the Bears, rightfully so. They were both in the same position. One had a meteoric rise. The other one, I think we're on the ground level watching this thing take off. And I think if you ask any Bears fan or any national pundit out there, they thought that the Bears would be good, just not this fast. So we're a year ahead of schedule, maybe even 2.
Yeah. I'd definitely say we're ahead of schedule, no doubt, because it's like I can't even spit it out. With the run game that we have, if we punch our ticket into the playoffs, like
who knows?
Yeah. Even if it's the Rams, okay? I'm putting it out there because with you running the ball so successfully, you're keeping the ball out of Matthew Stafford's hands because you're running the ball. And if you just manhandle with the way this offensive line is playing, they're gelling so well. Trapillo is absolutely solidifying himself at this left tackle now. This is 2 games in where it's like, okay, Let's see what he does for the rest of the games. But from what we've seen and how well he's performed, especially in that last game, like, yeah, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of any team in the NFC.
Mhm.
Not even scared.
With that being said, think about what that does for the Bears draft, right? We talked about it when we were covering polls. We need a left tackle. We need a running back. We need edge rushers and pass rushers. The D line didn't quite shake out in free agency like we were hoping.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if we check off left tackle.
That's a big box to check off.
Huge box. Think of what we can do with the assets that we would have spent to do that.
Yeah.
Now, if left tackle is taken care of, not only can we draft a pass rusher, now I think we have the liberty to try to trade for one.
Ooh, sure.
And where there's smoke, there's fire. One of our listeners a couple weeks ago talked about Max Crosby. At that point, I kind of dismissed that. There's a lot of people talking about that being a possibility in the offseason.
Crosby.
So where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, also, too, another thing I'll talk, speaking on free agency, the way that this organization is moving this year, you think other players around the league aren't noticing and are like, that locker room looks fun after a win.
Yeah.
Like, this team is doing things. I want to be a part of that. Like, I know we've talked about this on past shows too, but I'll still maintain it. This is going to be a destination. Chicago is going to be a place free agents are going to go, yeah, I'll take a little less to go play there because I'm going to win football games and I'm going to be a part of that culture. Like, this is that all these things matter. And I think that would be a factor, especially like talking about Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be like, oh yeah, I'll go to Chicago. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's look at Dahlman in the offseason. He had an offer for more money. He saw it before the product was even on the field.
Yeah.
He wanted to be part of the Bears because the coach, quarterback.
Yeah.
That's already kind of shown itself. And if we can continue that trend, and now that we have games behind us that shows what this team is going to be all about and what this team can do and what the coaching staff does. And if you want a coaching staff to push you and get the best out of you, come on over.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, whew. And winning these big games, having to prove the Bears have to prove themselves every week. And by them winning these games, Bears are definitely Chicago's going to be the destination in this offseason for teams.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, who was the hottest team? Who do we see the most growth out of, and blah, blah, blah. And then Ben Johnson and the whole damn thing. You just rolled it all out. Caleb. And so wide receivers, though, that'll be the only players that won't want to come here because they're going to be like, that room is deep.
Yeah, stacked.
That room is deep. I don't want to go to Chicago. No, you don't want to go to Chicago if you're a wide receiver because you ain't getting on the field. Yeah. This room is deep.
So
LP, no. What's LP?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out myself. Help us out, William.
Thanks for dropping in, Will. Big Will. What's LP?
Yeah, I'm racking my brain right now. LP, no. Struggling. Anyway, if we could check that left tackle box, Swift is going to be possibly a $10 to $15 million question in the offseason. Because we signed him. He's in year 2 or year 3 right now of his deal.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
3.
I think it's 3 because I think we had this debate before.
Yeah, we picked him up when Saquon with the whole Saquon thing.
Yeah.
So this could be his last year of his contract.
Yeah, I think so. So they got to figure him out in the offseason. Yeah, he joined the Bears 2024. So this is year 2. right? 2024 season, 2025. Yeah, I believe so. Because he was with Philly in 2023. Because last year, was that the first year Saquon was with the Eagles? Man, it's all running together now.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still the fact of the matter remains is that they're going to have to figure them out, decide if they want to extend them because you don't want to wait till the last year. Then you face holdouts and all that other stuff. But if you check off that left tackle box, we talked about possibly being able to trade for a pass rusher. I know Myles Garrett's name is still getting tossed out there from time to time. So that's a possibility. We'll see kind of what the price tag is going to be on those guys. But we now have the assets to where we might be able to do that if some of these bigger boxes are checked off. We'll find out in the last 5 games here if Trapillo is going to be the guy or not, for sure. Big test every week. Packers twice. San Francisco, no joke. Lions, no joke. Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns, definitely no joke.
No
So
joke.
he's going to have the chance to go against 2 out of the top 3 pass rushers in the NFL.
Yeah.
If not, let's say 2 out of the top 5, depending on where you have some other people ranked. 3 out of the last 5 weeks. I would think that Micah Parsons, in most people books, would be rated in the top 5 pass rushers in the NFL.
Yeah, easily.
Garrett, Crosby, Parsons, easily. TJ Watt, those are your probably top 4. So,
yep. And we played Green Bay 2 out of the next 3.
yep.
That's a slugfest there.
So we'll know, won't we? We'll know in the next 3 weeks what's going to happen for sure.
Yeah.
So,
because they're great with Green Bay. Green Bay's the team nipping at our heels. So splitting with them helps a lot. I'd like to sweep them. That's just the selfish fan in me right there.
mhm.
Just beat the shit out of them both games.
Well, they've beaten them once already this year.
So technically, yes,
Mhm.
they certainly did. Our last game last season beat Green Bay. So yeah, we're 1-0 against
1-0
Green
in
Bay in this year.
2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad the schedule doesn't work that way, but
Yeah.
it is a little factoid.
So we have the chance of beating the Packers 3 times this year. That'd be
Well, and
great.
not to mention too, Green Bay, I was going to say, because this isn't that Bears team either that beat them last year.
Yeah.
That Bears team last year was a fucking dumpster fire, and they lost to a dumpster fire. But
Mhm.
the difference this year too is Green Bay didn't have Micah Parsons. But if you can neutralize Micah Parsons again by double teaming him, chipping him, and all that, and kind of just minimize the effect he's going to have on the game. Again, I wouldn't change the formula. Run it down their throat.
Yeah.
Eat up all the game, all the clock. Eat it all up. Keep the ball out of Jordan Love's hands, and do that till the final whistle blows.
Mhm. Yeah, I can't wait to really kind of listen to local media this week to kind of see what they say. I've heard a bunch of it. Most of them up here still don't think that the Bears are what their record says they are and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? You better start believing it. Because I think if they don't respect this team, probably kind of how Philly did, they're going to get punched straight in the mouth, and they're going to be damn sad that they didn't. So
that's a message to the Green Bay players, right?
mhm.
We opened up at 6.5-point dogs again.
Good.
Again. And so that's what I'm saying. Green Bay Packers players, if you want to go ahead and sleep on the Bears, go ahead and stay asleep.
Yep.
Go ahead. Go into this game totally asleep. I double dog dare you.
Yeah, please. And I'm sure, with them being at home, listen, is this a must-win game for the Bears? Not even close, not anymore, right? Would this
No.
be another statement win? Obviously.
Big one. Yeah.
But if they split with the Packers, just being realistic here, because division games are really tough.
Yep.
If they split with the Packers and beat the Lions, I can see a scenario where they're going to be first in the division, vying for a 1-3 seed in the playoffs.
Yep. I could see that.
Mhm.
I see that playing out.
Yep. So, and we'll probably see one of these guys again. Unfortunately, the Packers swept the Lions, so they're on the outside looking in, because it's probably going to be between, obviously, it's going to be 2 out of the 3 teams, I think, coming from the North, that will end up getting in. So we'll see how it plays out, man. Me personally, I would love to see the Bears and the Lions being the 2 representing. If the Bears sweep the series, I definitely, with the Packers, I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, what a time to be a Bears fan.
Yeah.
Thinking about these things again, like just go back 12 months.
Mhm.
And this time of year, we're talking about who's coming out in the draft. Oh, I hope Ben Johnson. I hope we get Ben Johnson. But look at all the available coaches. There's Vrabel. There's all these fucking the defensive coordinator from Detroit too. And but not this year.
No.
Not this year, Bears fans. Look at here. We're sitting here talking about playoffs and seeding. Right now, we're second seed in the NFC.
Yeah.
What? Like, what? with the Bears arrow going up still. It's going up. It's insanity. Absolute insanity. And we are here for it at the Everything Bears Show. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe.
Ding the bell to get the notifications when we go live.
All that good stuff.
You were talking about, let's think about a year ago. Quite possibly a year ago, had the biggest decision made in the Bears franchise history. Quite possibly. To be determined. Do you remember what happened about a year ago? Within a few days?
Yeah, we fired Matt Eberflus.
The Flus was let loose.
It was the first time the franchise had ever fired a head coach mid-season. That's how bad things got around here, where they were like, you know what? I don't care if we've been a franchise for 120 years. We need to fire this guy.
Yeah, this guy needs to go. You can either regrow the beard so you look halfway decent, or get the hell out.
Get out. Just get out, Flus.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of that. You fired the offensive coordinator a few weeks prior to that.
Shouldn't even been hired.
It shouldn't even been hired in the first place. That was just atrocious. But then, fired the Flus, and just after Thanksgiving, after that debacle of just not even calling a timeout. He wanted to take those timeouts home with him.
Yeah, take him to the off season. Well, he took him to his vacation home instead. So
he still has them in Dallas.
They're on a plaque on his wall.
Fucking guy. Oh my God. But yeah, so like you said, right? That was a pivotal moment for the franchise to do something so out of the cookie cutter template that they've been running on for a century, to go, he's got to go. And then maybe that was the beginning of that matrix being shook a little bit.
Right.
And then bringing in Morpheus as the head coach to unlock Neo. We're breaking ourselves out of this matrix, folks.
That's right. The code is being rewritten. Maybe we took the blue pill this time, right?
No, we took the red one. Oh,
we took the red one.
The red one gets out of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's been great. You know, like you said, I think now because for the longest time we were second in the league in rushing. And after that dominant performance against the Super Bowl defending champions, we are first in the NFL now in rushing. So take
Yeah,
that.
we'll run the numbers again after today's slate of games and Monday. We'll see where they shake out. But as of right now, yeah, Bears would be number one in rushing in the NFL. Everybody says to make Ben Johnson's offense go, you got to be able to run the ball. The first 2 weeks, we couldn't. Come out of the bye, we did. And now we're on, 8 of 9 that we've won? So,
Yeah.
yeah, 9 of 10.
9 of 10.
Yeah. So, to put us at 9 and 3 at this point after starting off 0 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
So, with the Packers coming up, and you know what? At the beginning of the season, I was like, oh man, I'd really would have wanted to got the Packers early, at least one game. But in terms of the Bears and where we're at and what type of development time that this team needed, this is stacking up pretty well for the Bears.
Almost
Yeah.
perfectly, right?
Yep. They're going to be able to give the Packers their best shot. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you keep seeing layers and layers being added to this offense. You know, if we got any offensive savants in there, my buddy Chad, if you're out there, I'd love to hear your comments on there and what you think and some of the things that you see Ben Johnson doing. But just the ability to run plays out of the same formation and setting them up from previous plays earlier in the game. He's a mastermind at that.
It's
Even taking it from
thing.
week to week, not even game, quarter to quarter, but we're talking week to week or week, 10 to week 13. You might see something that they showed him on film that they ran a counter off of.
Yeah.
You were talking about it earlier, and I'll let you take over. Just how he draws up plays, knowing about the defensive rules.
Yeah. So the dude being so diabolical, and and he's just when designing his plays. I was watching a thing breaking down his offense where his understanding of defensive rules and what players' keys are during a play has formulated an offense to where it manipulates a defensive player going, oh, here's my key. This is what I read. When I read this key doing this, I have to do this. So then he makes his offense so that, okay, yeah, here's your key. There you go. Go that way. There you go. And then I'm just going to flush somebody into a wide open area because I pushed all defenders out of a way of a field. Look at the huge run plays that we had against Philly. He's got the whole line going one way. Even the running backs going that way. Even the quarterback opened up that way to hand the ball off. Meanwhile, he's got a tight end that's coming opposite and cracks the end because he knows even though the whole defense is swaying that one way, that opposite defensive end has outside contain.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You can sit there and outside contain because a tight end's coming full speed to crack your ass. And now the running back, even though he flowed the one direction, has an enormous cutback lane. I mean, you could drive 2 trucks through that lane. And it was like that all game.
Yeah.
And then they don't always run those plays like that. Sometimes they will just run the off tackle in the direction that they went. And then he peppers in that same look, but with jet sweeps going the opposite way.
Right.
The guy is diabolical. I just don't even, it's insanity. And woo, man, they just woo, Philly.
You look at what they were doing in the run game, you talk about the crackbacks. Think about the offensive line, right? Yeah, they deserve everything they got, but man, did they earn it. Talking about how the whole line's flowing down. Darnell, right? Like if it's a zone left, which we saw a couple times, just Jackson and Wright just totally collapsing everything.
Yeah.
Getting to the point where, the running back's focal point he's not able to see anything but that final cutback because the end of the line has moved so far either direction that they have nothing but green grass to stare at. It was
Right.
a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. The one point that I like a lot is uh besides that we beat Philadelphia, um I know 3 other teams that weren't able to beat Philly. Yep. There's
Hmm.
3 other teams very close to us who couldn't beat Philadelphia.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, enlighten me because I have no idea.
Well, it just so has it that
Was there an
the
alliance involved?
teams that we share our division with were
Oh,
unable to beat Philadelphia.
right. That's right. That whole alliance thing. I heard
Yeah.
about that.
How about that?
I heard about that.
It's crazy. Yep. Well,
And
that's
Philly, you're welcome too, because this is the first time we swept the East in some type of ridiculous amount of years. Actually, the first time since the conferences realigned. I do recall on that.
really
So, yeah.
nice. That's a fun little factoid.
Hmm. Yeah. First time since they realigned to the 8-4 team divisions in 2002. So 23 years since the realignment. First time that they swept it. Granted, you only play that division every 3 years. Is how it works. And they just
Damn.
keep rotating the divisions. So yeah, so pretty cool
Nice.
there too.
Yeah.
And then they ended up the alliance with a big FU.
Sorry, Philly.
Couldn't be happier.
Sorry, not sorry.
As they posted on their social, the alliance has ended. And maybe because the Bears have had a knack for this, maybe they ended the Philly season too. We'll see.
So it's so funny that you mentioned that because I know in last show I had brought up the wake of our destruction this season. And I'm like, oh my God, they're all calling for their offensive coordinator to get fired. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just another victim,
Mm-hmm.
just another body to hit the floor from the Chicago Bears coming through town. Because they have left a destruction path behind them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's great to see. I mean, how many times have the Bears been just decimated? Look at last year. You don't have to look any further than that.
Correct.
But that karma train has turned 180, has it not?
Yeah.
Still my favorite of the year, the Commanders. Still my favorite.
Well, that's kind of like, I think that's kind of where that's where it started. I think.
Yeah.
Like it was funny because, yeah, we had some games before the Washington game. It was all mirroring. See, again, this is kind of like going to get a little esoteric and weird here, but everything was lining up 4-2. Here we go again against the Commanders. Oh my God, we were 4-2 last year against these bastards. And then that Hail Mary just changed the whole thing of our team. And we know what happened. Let's not go through it, but it was a landslide of just shit after shit and trouble and all kinds of things. Well, here it goes. It's all lining up again. Like, oh no, Commanders 4-2. Oh my God. And then we win, and it's like the whole thing just unraveled in those final 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
The failed handoff. Boom. Nahshon Wright recovers. Boom. Caleb drives a couple plays down the field into field goal range. Boom. Field goal win. And a walk-off field goal. Fuck you. We're out of here. And but it was at that moment the energy morphed and shifted and just sprinkled back onto the Commanders. Here you go. This is your bullshit now.
Like they started to believe, right?
Yeah. And it just so happened that they're still was lingering dust trailing behind us because every team we've beat afterwards has also had their fair
Mhm.
share of bullshit and
Dable,
oddities.
he's gone. Look at what happened to the Raiders. Gosh. I mean, it didn't happen right after the Bears game, but Chip Kelly's gone. Geno Smith just went into the tank. They look absolutely horrendous. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
I know.
Just path of destruction, man. And I'm here for every single step of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been magical. It's been magical. And it's a wonderful time to be a Bears fan right now. It just
Hmm.
really is. It's a 9-3, and at this point, being 9-3, having won the last 2 weeks the games that we did. Yeah, come on, pundits, come on, naysayers. What's your argument now? What more now? What do we need now? Come on, and then it's almost as if like another gut punch is coming up this Sunday.
Yep.
Right? Because that's what they're going to lean on. The people who hate the Bears and hate Caleb are like, oh, well, fuck Pittsburgh. They're kind of a dumpster fire. Like, okay, all right, so you don't accept that one. But Philly, will Philly do it? And they're like,
No,
yeah. No,
Philly
you
should
beat
just do it.
Philly. Go ahead, you beat Philly, and then we'll talk. Okay. So we
Yep.
beat Philly, beat their ass, and okay, what now? We're back at the table. What now? Well, cut that Philly team. That offensive coordinator sucks. His play calling is predictable, and
Yeah.
okay, so not enough, you say. Well, let me tell you about our next game, where we're going to be frying cheese. You ready?
Mhm.
Will that be enough, or will all of a sudden, well, it's
Jordan Love was
Yeah.
Jacobs has been dinged up, and
Mhm.
LaFleur, he can't call a play. All of this, yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be the same shit.
Yeah. So, and with Vegas too, I would assume you're going to get an angry Bears team because number one, I think we get like 10 days off. Well, not off, you know what I mean. It's 10
Yeah,
days to the
mini
next
buy,
game,
as they call
so
it.
they
Yep.
can rest and recoup their bodies. But when they saw the Vegas Open at 6.5 points, they're going to be like, "Oh, okay, here we go
Yep.
again. Here we go again."
There's no doubt in my mind that this team does not think that they can roll into Green Bay and beat the Packers. No doubt.
Yeah.
Last year, I think they wanted to kind of win one for the Gipper at the end of the season, a little bit of payback with the first game that they lost against them. And realistically, man, the Bears had the opportunity to sweep the Packers last year.
You're right.
They were there, and they
were
should have.
It was just a blocked field goal, right?
Yeah, in both games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Packers were trying to block the field goal again, but this time, that time it didn't work out. So I don't know. I don't think that gap's that wide.
No,
I don't think there's really a gap at all, quite honestly.
I don't.
I
So,
can't wait to do the tail of the tape because, especially after doing the numbers on this Philly game and seeing that and being the stat guy and putting that stuff together, it really has opened my eyes to, all these analytical things. And I can't wait to put that together. I'll probably start putting it together, in the next day or two after everybody plays, so the rankings are finalized. But
right.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I don't think there's a gap.
no,
I don't think there's a gap. And well, because I need to see the numbers before I make this bold prediction, is that it might be the other way, actually.
I'm sure
the numbers might be what they actually are, folks. Like
Mhm.
although Vegas has us at 6.5 dogs, I bet we outrank Green Bay in a lot of things.
In most of the offensive categories,
Yeah.
I'm
Takeaways for sure, because
we know rushing, right?
We know rushing. So
Passing numbers are going to be interesting. Points per game.
Yeah.
I bet you that's going to be really close. Defensively, Packers defense, they had a couple of losses where they only gave up 10 or 13 points or something like that.
Ooh.
So I think the defensive numbers, like most weeks, will favor them.
Yeah.
But offensively, I bet you third down conversion, third down defense, still probably going to shake out in the Bears' favor, I would have to guess. I know the Bears' offense against Philly was 10 for 17.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn.
Yeah. Doesn't Jordan Love, he's a giver of the football, isn't he?
Yeah, it's been this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been. You think about the Carolina game, the game against the Giants where it just popped out, boop, straight up in the air.
Well,
So
our defense loves those takeaways.
yeah, they do.
So they're going to be salivating that day. Did they flex us on that game by chance?
Yeah, we're the afternoon game for that week. That was the game that got flexed. So we'll be up nice and early again, but we'll be sitting around for a little bit after we get off the air, waiting for the Bears to play. So, yep.
Yeah, I'm not scared of this Packers game. As a matter of fact, I'm excited about this game. This game can't come fast enough because I want to punch them in their fucking faces repeatedly. Just DeAndre Swift, Manungai, Swift, Manungai, Manungai, Swift,
Yeah.
Manungai, Swift. Like just fucking, I want them to have the same numbers against the Green Bay as they did against Philly.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not even that greedy, man. Like I'll take, 225 instead of 280 rushing against them as well. I'd be perfectly okay with that.
I'll take that.
But just real quick, we have some rooting interests this week. Obviously we're rooting for Carolina.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're down 7-0. We're rooting for Cleveland this week to beat San Francisco. That's going to be somebody in that playoff mix that we want to see lose. We're rooting for Minnesota to beat Seattle. Again, one of those playoff teams.
Yeah.
And then finally, we're rooting for Arizona over Tampa Bay. So no score in that game right now. So as you guys are starting your noon slate, we're Panther fans, we're Cleveland fans, and we're Arizona fans in the early slate. So
yeah, definitely Carolina fans. But that's a tough one. Carolina over the Rams. Dude, the Rams are too hot right now.
Yeah.
God, they're hot.
Might be a little bit more wishful thinking, but hey, you never know. They got them at home.
That's why we play every Sunday.
That's
why
right.
they play the game.
That is 100% accurate. That's why they played on the field and not on paper, right?
Correct. Yep. Well, damn. Well, I don't know what's more to say. We gotten Philly's ass. That was it. We beat them down, and now we just wait for all the pundits this week to give their takes on who they think the Bears are. We know, Bears fans. We know who the Bears are. Okay, they've showed us. Okay, what's that saying? How's it go? Your record says who you are, right?
We are who we thought they were.
Oh man, we are who we thought they were. Damn that game. But yeah, your record shows you who you are. We're 9-3. You play the teams that are on your schedule. That's how this goes. You don't get to wake up on Sunday morning and go, who do you want to play this week, gentlemen? Who do you want to play? You have to play who you got.
Yep.
And as we are getting into the tougher side of the schedule, we're 2 games in because I think everybody had it slated as the Pittsburgh game on. This was going to be a gauntlet. So, okay, cool. We beat Pittsburgh and now we beat Philadelphia. So, and 9-3, baby. 9-3 sitting on top of the NFC North all by our lonesome. And with Green Bay, who's nipping at our heels, we play on Sunday. So I'm not scared. I was scared with Philly. I was worried going into the game, saying I wasn't sure. I picked us to win because I thought we could win the game. Because looking at the tail of the tape, I was like, "There's a recipe here where we can win."
Yeah. Mm.
Ben Johnson leaned into that. He also is an analytical guy, so he was like, "Oh, we can run the ball here." But I'm not scared of Green Bay, folks. I'm just really not.
No.
Green Bay lost to Philly. We didn't lose to Philly. That's one little ingredient peppered in the recipe. And this again, we've said this numerous times. If you've watched football for any amount of time in your life, you know that good defense and a running game usually equates to good things like wins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Green
And it
Bay.
travels. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it travels, which we will be traveling this next game. So yeah, let's just stick with that recipe. Let's make sure we get Swift and Monungai and the offensive line all get them their rub downs and their acupunctures and ice baths and the whole thing. Get those boys nice and ready to go because it's going to be work time again.
Yep.
Against Green Bay.
Even though I picked against the Bears, if you remember when I was picking against them, against Philly, I saw a very clear path on how the Bears could win that game. And the running game being one of the biggest paths on there, when they came out and ran for 84 yards in that first quarter, I was like, I'm going to have to apologize. Like, I knew it right away. Like, it was there. And like I said in the beginning of the show, I couldn't be happier that I was wrong. Statement game for sure. They made that statement. We're not used to them making that type of statement on national TV. So that narrative, I think, is starting to go by the wayside there. And not only was this a statement across here, but that game was streamed everywhere across the world. We talked about it. The Bears are probably one of the biggest brands, if not the biggest brand internationally. And boy, they put out a good game to kind of reinforce that, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who had Amazon Prime, which is just an ungodly amount of people, they were able to stream that. And I think they were even streaming it for free.
They did it for free,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. So for
So,
people who didn't have Prime, could have still downloaded the app and watched the game.
yeah.
Which
Good on you, Amazon.
So yeah, so I'm sure the NFL was like, "Come on,"
Yeah.
like because it's gonna again. John Madden said it, Ezra says it. When the Bears are doing well, it's good for the Shield. Period. Yeah. It's good for the NFL. It really is, and I bet because as you just mentioned, people worldwide watching this game. I'm gonna bet the Bears picked up some new fans.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. So
and new subscribers on their YouTube channel, which speaking of,
yeah,
go really quick, subscribe to our page, follow on Twitter, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications when we go live. Come and join us, chit chat in the chat. You know, you're watching live. There's a chat feed going on. But throw some comments in there. Say what's up, boys.
Mm-hmm. Guys, do us a favor. Anybody who was following us on previous channels, take a quick second, subscribe to the new one here for Everything Bears. That would help us out greatly. It will help us be able to spread our wings far and wide. We're hoping to figure out a way to stream on multiple channels moving forward. I think we're out on 3 right now, 2 YouTube channels, and we're on X. We're hoping to increase that as well. So the more that you guys could like and subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications, we'd greatly appreciate it. We enjoy delivering this content to you guys. So the one way that you could thank us is by doing all that subscribe stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
Just hit the button. And I do have, if you're watching on the Book of Ezra, down in the description, I have the link to the Everything Bears YouTube channel there. So, and I also have Drew's Twitter on there as well. So give him a follow on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. But all the hyperlinks are right in the description. So it's super easy to do. Just look in the description. The hyperlinks are there. But yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all showing up and rapping with us. And yeah, this is what we do. We're going to continue to do it. So yes, the more support we have just keeps kind of giving us energy to keep doing it and bringing new content and bringing new little things to the show. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know any final thoughts on this Philly game other than, man, was how great was that on a day to watch a game? Say it's Black Friday. I know you're in retail, so you had to work, but I was sitting down with a giant plate of leftover turkey, stuffing, potatoes, mac and cheese with gravy drizzled all over it, watching this game just was magical.
I tell you what, man, after every big player score, I'm running around high-fiving customers, high-fiving my employees. 2 employees are looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, slap hands, slap hands. They're the type of people that are like, go sports. And I'm like, hey, whatever. Slap hands.
Sports ball.
Yeah. Score the points, do the thing. Whatever. Because the right team was scoring all the points. So
yeah.
But yeah, great day. Great win. Let's hope that this is the final catalyst that this team needs to vault us to the end of the season with great results. I can't wait. I wish I had the crystal ball. I can't wait for these final 5 weeks. And it's going to kill me week to week moving forward to see where we end up with this team.
Yeah, it's just, you're right, because, Ben Johnson said we're going to be playing our best ball in December. Well, that last game against Philly, we're close enough. We're at the end of November. So if that's what we saw, and then going into December against Green Bay, we start playing our best ball.
Yeah. I mean, the Bears partook in no-lose November, and they went 5-0 in that month.
Yeah, 5-0.
So maybe we're playing our best ball starting in November. So he's off a little bit.
Could be. The pass game wasn't all that great against Philly. However, they did say some of those gusts were like 40 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have carried the ball, but again, I'm not mad at Caleb. He took care of the ball. Okay. And when it mattered, when we needed a dagger in the heart to ice the game, he delivered. Yep. And so, boom, that's it. He delivered, iced the game. And so, yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we'll see what the weather is on Sunday in Green Bay.
Ooh. Yeah, it's getting bitterly cold up here. As a matter of fact, when I'm done with the show, I got to go out and remove some more snow. I did it late last night. We got a ton here. Positive news coming from the NFL. Carolina tied it up, by the way, 7-7, first quarter. So go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
But yeah, so what a great week, man. I'm excited for next week. I can't wait till Sunday's show to talk about the full breakdown of the Packers. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this game. So,
yep. So we'll be back Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. We were going to take this Sunday off, but man, we couldn't contain our excitement. We had to get up here. So instead, we're taking Wednesday or Thursday off here. And then we'll be back Sunday to talk Packers here.
Yep. That's it exactly. Yep. We'll be back Sunday morning. What is it? 9 Eastern? 8 Central? That's when we go live?
Yep. Right? You got it. 9 Central, baby.
But you guys, again, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification. You'll get the notification when we go live. It's a pre-game show, so if you all just take the time to do those button pushes, we'd greatly appreciate it. But I think that's it for today. Wrap it up. Salutations to all. Bear down. And to all, good night.
Bear down.
Bear down. Peace.